Hello, everyone. Welcome. Oh, my. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Good Long Journey. When last we left our heroes, they had just escaped a devious little creature named Frog. But now the boys are facing a new problem. They are at this cliff face, and where there should be an entrance to a cave, where their friends have been taken, where the wizards are performing their dark deeds, there's nothing.
God damn it.
I'm going to hand this one over to you guys right now. What do you guys do?
Fuck!
I thought
Fuck!
Surely I thought all the dark deeds would be happening here.
All I see is wall. There's nothing here. It's just a goddamn wall. Unless...
What if we walked into the wall?
After you, Hoagie, run head first.
Hoagie runs directly into the wall. I'm guessing you probably want an athletics check.
Yeah, give me an athletics check to run headfirst into this wall.
I'll have you note it as a 10.
Okay. Yeah, Hoagie, you run headfirst into that wall, and yeah, it seems to be a solid wall.
All right,
You take 4 damage.
okay. All right. I understand. I accept the consequences of my actions.
Guys, I think we're fricked here. We gotta turn around and just cut our losses. We're done. This is the end of our journey. This is the end of a good, long journey with you guys.
But wait, maybe there is something we can do.
All of you give me insight checks.
I have a 25.
14.
16.
Well, it's very fitting, Davey, that you rolled that 25, because in this moment you recall what the champion told you when he handed you your artifact, the Eye of Lundra.
The orb.
And he said to you, "The sight of the goddess will guide you when there seems to be nowhere to go."
Davey, you got your thinking face on. What you got brewing up in that brain of yours, buddy?
The orb. The Eye of Lundra.
Huh?
Right. I guess I'll take it out and I'll hold it up to my old eye here.
As you hold up the Eye of Lundra to your eye, orb begins to glow, and then suddenly you're not seeing out of your own eyes anymore. You're seeing from this orb in your hand.
Whoa.
You see, the world around you largely exactly the same as it is. But then, just in front of you, right where it should be, you do see the entrance to a cave.
Guys, the entrance is right there.
He found it!
What did you find? I just see a sheer rock face.
No, wait, follow me. I'll walk up to where the doorway should be, and I guess I walk in.
So as you walk up to the cliff face, and you touch the wall where you see the doorway, the illusion does disappear. And you now see that there is, clearly, all of you can see this now, there is an entrance to this cave.
All right.
However, there is now clearly visible a magical barrier blocking you from entry.
Guess what, boys?
It's a magical barrier.
I don't need no inside check for this. I already know that hammer does a smashy. Scudder holds aloft his moonstone hammer, and he says, "I think this ought to do the trick." And he says some shit. He's like, "Cold stone powers activate" to the moon.
Yeah.
And it gleams in the moonlight.
And then it's almost as if the light that you catch as you hold it up, it glints for a moment, and then the light stays inside of it.
Yeah!
And you pull it down, and it's now got this blue glow coming off of it. It's this really pretty, beautiful glow coming off this thing.
Scudder does like the Babe Ruth feet, where he's like doing a little skitter, or like the Flintstone feet. He's doing like that. He's going, he's ding 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 ding, and he throws the hammer up. It does a spin. He grabs it, twirls, fucking dead center of the shield, and attempts to bust it.
Hell
You
yeah.
don't just attempt, you succeed. The
Wow.
magical barrier, immediately, the second the Moonstone Hammer makes contact with it, shatters like a giant pane of glass and then dissipates all the different fragments.
Hey guys, what do you say we stroll on in?
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Let's do it.
You guys walk into this cave, and it's much smaller than you were expecting it to be. It's not this sprawling, open bad guy lair that you were kind of thinking it might be. Instead, it is just a relatively small room, and at the far end there is a stone platform, but it's definitely separate from just the ground.
All right, Hoagie runs up to it and gives it a sniff.
I join him.
Roll for sniff.
Trent, you can do perception with advantage because of the feline thing.
I immediately rolled a 16 and I have +5, so 21.
Yeah.
And I'll roll again too, just to make sure. Oh, I rolled a 19. 24.
Either one of those will do it.
I rolled a 6 for investigation.
It smells like a cave in here.
All right, I think Hoagie is very preoccupied with how much it smells like a cave right now.
Yeah. Davey, however, you actually can tell that the edge of this platform is not connected directly to the ground. It is, there's something underneath it.
Like a vent.
Yeah. Another thing you pick up as you get closer to it is that there is another slightly more raised section in the center. It's a circular platform, and in the center is another smaller raised section.
And it's the same material as like the walls and stuff.
It's an intentional piece of this of design. It's not just part of the cave.
Okay, gotcha. Guys, I feel like a little bit of a draft of air coming from the edges of this.
Have you guys smelled this cave?
Yes.
It's quite dewy and dank.
It's a dank
like-
cave.
It has the aroma of cave and also this other smell from below.
You're telling me that there's more smells coming from below?
Hoagie and I, we're smelling cave. That's all there is to it.
Yep.
Believe me, gentlemen, there's a lot more going on here.
Scudder gets the high ground and jumps on it.
Okay. As you leap onto this stone platform,
The heaviest guy.
you see the platform kind of shift a little bit, as if like it's adjusting to your weight, and then a bunch of runes. Davey, you recognize this as Celestial. Again, it's a language that you can partially understand, being a feline. You guys are all sort of mystified by this. It's like a really crazy. It looks like a magic circle. Davey, you can read some of this, and what it says is, "Please stand clear of the edge."
I read that out loud. Please stand clear of the edge. Scudder, get to the center, and then I hop on.
Hop into my arms, boys.
I hop into his arms.
Okay. As you all get on this platform,
Into Scudder's arms.
you realize that this is an elevator. It starts off moving pretty slowly, and then you can feel the speed picking up, and suddenly you are shooting down very deep into the earth. The walls go from like just, smooth stone. They kind of move away from the side of this thing, and suddenly you're just on this floating platform. You look around and you can see stars. You are somehow in like this extra dimensional space. The elevator is still descending. You can feel it descending, but you look around and it's as if you are standing on top of a mountain in the middle of like a perfectly clear night.
Say, I can get used to this. Becomes a different character.
Who said that?
All of you give me one more perception check.
I haven't given you one, so my first.
Dude,
No.
my rolls are cursed today. I got an 8.
That's a 3 right there, my man.
12.
One of you would see it first, is essentially what would happen. Davey, as you're looking around at the stars, you see a particularly bright one catches your eye, and as you're watching it, it goes out.
Oh.
As you're watching other stars near it start to disappear. And by this point, the rest of you can see this too. You don't just see the stars disappearing, you actually see like some weird dark presence start to actually overtake the night sky. And as one by one the stars go out faster and faster, soon this dark presence has consumed the entire area surrounding you. You can see nothing, but you feel the wind rushing past you in this place. And you also feel this just deeply uncomfortable feeling. And it's actually a feeling that you felt before a couple of times very recently when you met with the Nothic earlier, when you encountered Frug as well. This is that same dark, oppressive energy surrounding you now that you felt when fighting those horrible monstrosities. You actually feel the air that's blowing past you goes from cool air rushing past you to like the warm breath of a giant creature.
What does it smell like?
It smells bad. Abruptly, you go from this complete darkness, this ominous presence, this feeling like there is something looming over the top of you, to back in an elevator shaft, a ball of light appears right in front of you all, and you hear, "Hello, mortals. Welcome to Facility 3-1. I have been awaiting your arrival."
Balo?
This ball of light starts to take a little bit more form, and it is still just, it stays this blue glowing sphere, but you see it has like little, minimalist like cartoon eyes on it, basically.
What is Facility 3-1?
All of your questions will be answered at the bottom of the elevator.
Oh.
Okay.
Just a moment. And then the ball floats there for a second, and the elevator, you feel it start to slow down. You feel all of your fucking internal organs like just drop because you were clearly going very fast.
Do we suffer any incontinence?
You do not have to. I mean, you can do a Constitution saving throw.
No.
See if we
Hoagie,
hold
do a
on to
Constitution
it.
saving throw. Just Hoagie.
Yeah. To see if I suffer incontinence. Alright, Constitution.
Why are you
Yep.
saying it like
3.
A little bit of poop comes out.
Wow, for a 3, that's only a little bit.
that? No.
If you crit failed, it would have been a disaster.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I didn't want to go that far.
That's a little bit of poop.
I'll probably cut that from the episode.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to leave that in.
Behind the scenes,
That's okay.
deleted scene.
Deleted
Hoagie
scene.
suffers incontinence.
The elevator finally reaches the bottom of this shaft, and there is a door open in front of you. This little ball of light looks at you all and says, "This way, please," and goes out into this room.
Hey, what do you boys say we follow the ball?
That is an interesting idea, and I
Yeah.
accept.
You're still carrying us?
Yeah, I'm still holding you guys.
So you didn't really need to ask.
Scudder walks into the next room, holding the two of you. You are in this very, sterile, very plain-looking room. All the walls are this very precisely cut stone, and you see on one of the walls there is just a big black sheet of glass, it looks like. Floating in the center of the room is this little orb, and as you approach it, he says, "My name is SuperEgo 9834276565600076. You do not need to call me that. SuperEgo is fine."
Ego. Okay, what 6?
Ego.
6, 5. What were the numbers?
It floats over to the big sheet of glass on the wall. Your characters would have ever seen anything like this before, but as players, you would recognize this as like a giant wall-mounted sort of television screen.
Epic.
This little orb turns around to all of you. It goes over to this screen, and a bunch of celestial words appear up on the screen. A lot of them you don't even recognize, Davey. This is all very specific words that are not related to any of the things that you would know about. The little ball of light continues. It says, "I am one of the first intelligence constructs created by Dromus, the god of consciousness. I was created to help him carry out his various experiments related to the creation of mortal life. This facility is home to a number of celestial machines that could be catastrophic to this world if controlled by someone with bad intentions. To put it plainly, we have a big problem. A number of human wizards arrived some time ago. Unfortunately, my programming is unsophisticated. You see, I was created to aid anyone in this facility with whatever experiments they wanted to carry out, and at the time, the only beings with access to this lab were the gods themselves."
Wow, so there's no fail-safe to have people come in and just take all your information.
Yes, you see the problem.
That's very dumb.
It made sense at the time. This facility was once hundreds of feet beneath the ocean. And then during the final shaping of the planet, the ocean was moved some distance away.
Who moved it?
likely Hadval or Betsar.
Who are those people?
I'm a bit surprised to find that you don't know who those are. Those are the gods. He actually gets a little bit closer to you. This little ball floats up right into Davy's face. Oh, you are not a creature from this planet.
What?
You were not created by the gods of this world.
Oh. My mom's name is Baston.
I'm not sure who that is.
Okay.
He says, unfortunately, my understanding of the world is limited to the things that I was programmed to know, and the things that I have been able to observe, which is, again, fairly limited.
What's that big-ass thing on the wall?
What is the black monolith on the wall?
Oh, that is a view screen. Normally, it allows me to see what is happening throughout the facility. When the wizards arrived here before all of you, I assisted them in taking control of the facility, and once they understood how it functioned, they locked me out of the main labs. They said I could be most helpful to them by not entering any part of the facility where they were working. I cannot adequately express how frustrating this is, as I am not programmed to express frustration.
Wait. I think you'd be really helpful to us if you did have access to those things.
That is a great idea. However, that would be conflicting with their previous request.
Okay, well, they're not here and we are, so...
Yeah, I request you forget about them.
I cannot do anything to prevent the wizards in control of the facility from using it how they wish. That would be unhelpful. But I can assist you all in gaining access to the facility yourselves. And if the people inside were to suddenly and violently die, I could do nothing to prevent that.
I think I know where this is heading. Yeah, I think I know what you're doing with this.
He floats over to a wall, and he says, I cannot help you personally, but I have created another construct. I was allowed to do this, as his function is to aid you in your mission. And since he is a creation of mine and not in fact part of me, he should be far less limited in how he can interact with the facility. And he goes over to this view screen, and you see like tendrils of light shoot out, and he's kind of interacting with this touchpad and stuff, and just changing all these functions. And then a panel in the ceiling shifts back. A big metal tube descends from the ceiling. It lands flat on the ground. You hear a bunch of mechanical whirring noises. Very slowly, this metal tube begins to rise up again, and there's a bunch of smoke and fog pouring out of it. As this tube ascends back into the ceiling, what is left standing beneath it is a little humanoid robot. Well, actually, a more of a gnome robot.
Whoa.
SuperEgo floats over next to this little robot, and he says, I call him ID 7777747772328. But you can just call him ID.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
Oh my
hey.
god, that was cool.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm ID.
What's up,
up,
Id?
What are you doing right now?
I think I was just like birthed or something. I don't really know what's going on.
Oh.
What are you guys up to?
We just watched you be born, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sick.
I have a question. What was happening before this moment, before your birth? Do you know anything of that?
He is a brand new creation. He has no awareness of exactly where he is, but he is functional as his own being.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you know, you don't get many opportunities to talk to a fresh thing very often that can speak right off the rip.
ID here will help you access the other entrance to the facility.
Yup.
Now, unfortunately, this entrance is through a different lab. I have no control over what is happening in that lab.
Well, guess who does?
Who?
No one. The gods did, and they are no longer here.
I was going to say us, because then we can go in and bust in and be like, hey, what's up? We're your new boss.
Yeah.
SuperEgo floats over to what is currently just a big stone wall, and one of his tendrils of light shoots out and hits just a spot on the wall, and then you see, like, appearing in the flat stone is a doorway. Like, the stone, part of the stone shifts back and then slides out of the way. You see beyond it another very, like, plain, sterile-looking room. Now this is the entrance to the secondary lab, and this will lead you to the main facility on the far side. This lab was designed to test the mental and physical capabilities of the various mortal beings that were created here. You will have to pass these tests in order to gain access to the main facility.
I will say, okay, I'm down to do these tests.
Yeah.
Do these tests.
You know what?
Right.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do the freaking tests.
Let's do it.
I cannot go any further. I wish you all the best of luck on these trials.
We're not gonna need it, but thank you.
Then I take it back.
Wait, can I
Oh,
have it?
why'd you have to say that to
Oh.
Super Ego?
No,
What the
I'll
fuck?
take the
Super Ego's
luck.
gone.
I'll take the luck.
Jesus,
Wait,
Hoagie.
what was my?
That's okay.
Okay, you can have the luck.
Yes.
Thank you, Super Ego.
Thank you, Super Ego.
I'm just trying to be as helpful as possible.
You're being very helpful.
No,
Thank you.
you're crushing
Yeah.
it, dude.
Fucking Hoagie doesn't want to give you a goddamn second.
I just was trying to project confidence. You know what I mean? I just wanted him to feel.
Yeah, well, you know what?
confident.
You hurt a ball of light's feelings.
And I just want what you want. I have no feelings to hurt. I was not offended.
Oh, he's still
Right,
here.
right.
Oh.
Okay.
What?
Anyway,
just get out of
you
here
should,
already.
You should get moving.
Yeah.
No, we should get moving.
As you all step into this next room, it ceases to be a room at all. You go from walking into this plain, empty white room to watching as the walls turn into like digital 3D shapes and animations, and then the entire space gets fleshed out more and more. And suddenly you are standing outside on a little plateau about halfway up a mountain. This isn't a place that you recognize. You don't feel like you've ever been here before. The edge of the mountain kind of runs down. There's a bit of flat land, and then it goes right into the ocean. And it's just sea in every direction beyond there. It almost looks like a sort of test environment. We need to something's going on with this mountain, and nothing else is really important. The rest is just skybox and an ocean.
I've never seen anything like this, boys.
Same.
This is so weird.
Can I put you down now?
No, we need you to
Sure.
hold us more than ever.
I want that to be solidified in canon that the entire introduction to this episode, you guys were in Scudder's arms.
I want to get down because it smells not great.
Okay, thanks for that.
Not you.
Then
Not you.
what? This test environment?
I mean,
Someone else.
remember earlier when I shit my pants?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Hoagie's got just a little bit of shit in his pants.
No.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, you guys.
I made it into the cannon.